Hello everyone. I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Paperweight by Joshua Radin, which is featured in the film Dear John. Now, I'm going to have a couple steps that I'm going to tell you guys in learning this song that made it much easier for me to learn. Start off, this entire tutorial video is going to be based off of the chords tablature that was made by the Ultimate Guitar. You can find it if you just search in Paperweight, like guitar chords, and it'll probably pop up. So what I recommend is go ahead and print off the chords for this song, and so that you can look at them and write stuff in while I'm teaching it to you. Because it's going to help you a lot to see exactly how to play it and see it right in front of you as well. So and then after, this is what I'm going to tell you too, because this is something I had to do. I noticed there were not a lot of videos, tutorials on how to play this, and I ran into a little bit of difficulty here and there on some certain parts. And so that's basically what this tutorial video is going to do, is going to clear some things up a little bit. But this is what I recommend. Get this tab after you listen to me teach you how to do this a little bit better. I recommend watching. There's another tutorial video, and the kid does a really good job teaching you how to play it. And then I played it with the soundtrack on a couple times so I could focus on when to transition a little bit. Still a little bit iffy on some parts, and I was kind of having to speed up or slow down for other stuff. So what I recommend is, once you kind of get the chords down a little bit and you know what to do, watch a video for this exact song. It's a complete playthrough of the song on guitar by Guitartutee, and it's really helpful. I just kind of had to watch and listen to that and some of the transitions and stuff. There's no singing, but it's just a complete playthrough of it so you can hear it and see it. All right? And he has that tutorial, or that demonstration is also based off of the same chords, okay, that I'm going to be showing you today. So we're going to start off with the intro. I'm going to first tell you there's capo here on the first fret, and you're going to have maybe, I think, 5 chords here. You're going to have E minor. If you don't know what an E minor is, what it's going to look like, you're going to go right up here to the 5th string and the 4th string on the 2nd fret there. That's your E minor, okay? Then you're going to slide those 2 fingers down 1 string, and then put your pointer finger up here on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and that's going to be your A minor. Okay? And then you're going to go to a D. D is going to be the 1st and 3rd string on the 2nd fret, and that 2nd string that you skipped over, you're going to put your ring finger down there on the 3rd fret. There's your D. Actually, it's just like this. Alright, there's your D. Now, G. What you're going to do is you're going to put your pinky and ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st and 2nd string. On that same fret, you're going to put your middle finger all the way on the last string, and then hop up to the 2nd fret there for that 5th string. And there's your G. Now we're going to go to a C. You should probably, most people will know these chords, but if you don't know them, you can go ahead and look them up. I'll show you how to do them too. So C is going to start out on the 1st fret, 2nd string. You're going to skip a string, and you're going to go to the 2nd fret now. And you're going to go, so that'll be the 4th string. And then the 5th string you're going to put down on the 3rd fret there. Alright? Alright, so if you look at this, it should be 0, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. There's your C, okay? So those are all the chords that you're going to need to know how to play. So now we're going to start off with this intro, which is a series of some of those chords. And it's going to go E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D. Now, I've separated this video up into the entire song up into what I call, there's an introduction, you have your verse 1, so your verses, and then there's a sub-chorus and then a chorus. The sub-chorus is different from the verses, but it's not titled as the chorus, so when we get to that, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so now we're going to start off with this introduction with this E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D. Now for all of the verses, this G that you're going to see on the tablature is you're not actually going to play this G. You're actually going to hear this. Alright? So I'm going to teach that to you really fast, because that's in the introduction. This is going to take place on the 6th string. Alright? And it's really easy. You're just going to go, here I'll do it with my pointer finger right up here. It's going to go 3, 2, 0. Okay? So 3, 2, 0, 3, 2, 0. Alright? So every time you see that G whenever you're playing the verses, remember that. The verses is the only time you're going to actually do that. Alright? All the other times your G is going to be played. So, for this introduction for the verses, this is what it's going to sound like. I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to play this introduction for you guys. Alright, there's the introduction. Alright? Now the strum pattern that you're going to use when you play this is going to be a down, down, up, down, up, 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 down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? So, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? And it doesn't have to be a perfect strum pattern. It can be kind of just like you can just hop around from string to string. It really doesn't have to be like an exact full strum. You can kind of just like pick around with it, honestly, because it's already kind of I think it's played with your fingers, but I like using the pick. It's easier to stay on rhythm and stuff. So this introduction, like I said, is going to go E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D. And you're going to play through that twice. But you don't go to the G on that last one, you're just going to hold that D out there. And then go back to the E minor, so it's E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, hold. E minor, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, hold. And then that's when you'll hop into that verse there, which is going to be the exact same thing. So it's just going to be the same thing through the verse, okay? Now we're going to get to this sub-chorus, which is what I call it, because it's going to switch from that little rhythm that you'll hear throughout the song to this alternation of a C, G, E minor, D, C, G, D. Alright? So we'll do that a little bit slower now. So you're going to have C, want the sunrise, G, to E minor back to D, and I and C want a G, U, D. So here, do that again. C, G, E minor, D, C, G, D. So C, G, E minor, D, C, G, D. Like I said, it helps too if you have the chords chart or the chords going along with the song as you're playing through this, okay? Alright, so did you hear that speed too? That's what it's going to be like, alright? So you're going to go from that. Right here, we're going to go right back to where we hold that D on the verse. You want a sunrise, go back to bed, bed. I want to make you laugh. Sing it again. C, want the G to the E minor back to the D. C, want a G, U, D. Then you're gonna hold that D out there for after you finish laugh. Then you're gonna go to the G real fast. Mess up my bed with me. Kick off the covers, I'm waiting. Alright. I'm not gonna finish the rest of the chorus because I'm gonna show you guys the chords. Or tell you guys the chords. So you're gonna go, this is the part that always kind of tripped me up a little bit. I'm not really sure why, but it did. Just kind of switching the chords and stuff. And this is one time where I'm gonna tell you, you can rewrite a little bit where they put the chords or the letters at in this tablature, because I don't think they're in the right spot at all. Every person I've seen play the song on YouTube, they're not, and when I play it with the soundtrack, it's not where they say that the chords are at, where they're played. So you're gonna play this G, or you're gonna play this G here right after you hold that D for laugh. And you're gonna mess up, and then you're gonna play D. Okay, so write that in. It is there, but I kind of put it right before my. So you have this G. Mess up D, my G with C. Kick off G. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you to switch back to that G. So here, let me start over real fast. So it's gonna be G. Miss D, my G with C. G. Kick off D. The covers on C. Waiting G, G, G. Alright? Now for that one, you're gonna go G, G, G. Alright? That's right after you finish waiting. I'm waiting G, G, G. Hold that until the person comes in and starts singing every word, and then it's gonna go to the D. On D on word. Word you say I think. G, G on think. I should write C down. Back to that G. Hold that for a little bit, and then you go to the D on want. I don't wanna forget come. C on daylight, right before daylight. I kind of come in on come. Daylight. G, G, E minor, and then you're going back to that rhythm that we did in the verses. Excuse me. Okay? So, let me unpack that a little bit more. I don't think I did a very good job on doing that a little bit. So, I would tell you guys to do what I did, but I'm not quite sure on if trusting my judgment on what I wrote in my tablature for this. But I kind of moved over. They actually left out. Well, they didn't. They just had to move them over. If you're looking at it right now, you'll be able to see that right there on that chorus where it's messed up my bed with me. The chords are kind of a little bit late, so move them a little bit early if you can. That's why I'm trying to sing through it so you guys can see. It's just you're gonna be playing this a little bit. Hold that G. Mess up D, my bed with C. G. Kick off D. The covers I'm waiting. G, D, G. Every D you say I think G. I should have C down. Back to that G. Don't need forget come see light. G, D, minor, A minor, D. Alright, back to that. Alright, so there's the first verse, the sub-chorus, and the chorus, okay? So, now I'm going to skip past this next verse, because you guys should know how to do that, and then the chorus again. So now after the second verse, and the second time you sing that chorus, you're going to come to what's kind of like a little bridge. It's going to jump to this A minor, and this is actually where the tab forgot to put in a couple chords, but it's okay. So right after you say, don't want to forget come daylight, you're going to go to that G, D, D, sorry, G, D, and then you're going to hop into this A minor. You're going to hop into the A minor right as you're playing and no need to worry, okay? And no need to worry, that's wasting time. And no need to wonder what's been on my mind. It's you. It's you. It's you. Alright, so that's what I'm going to show you guys how to play right now. So, A minor right there as you're starting off, and no need. And right as you're playing the word need, and no need, switch to a D. So you can write that in above need, and scoot your A minor over to and, okay? Because you're going to be playing it even before you say and. So, So move that A minor over and then put a D above the word need, and then you're gonna play that. And then the G is fine on that's wasting time, so is the C. That's wasting. I kind of play the C as I'm about to finish, as I'm finishing wasting and starting time. I play the C there, and then hold that C out for it's you. And then as soon as you say it's you, go to the D. It's you. Play that for a little bit, then hop to that D. It's you. And go back to the G again. It's a C. And then there's the little interlude. That wasn't right at all, but whatever. Like I forgot to say this, but the strum pattern is about the same the entire way through. It's just the chords are a little bit more spread out, and it's not so quick as it is in the verses. So there's the little bridge, I call it. So I'm gonna do that again really slow now, if I can. I don't know if I'm getting this across good enough. And no A minor, need worry, that's G, wasting C. Back to the A minor, and no need to wonder. Sorry, D on need, like I said. Wonder what's G on my C. C, it's G. It's G, it's C. The end of the song. I went ahead and played through that just so you guys could hear it a little bit for where it's transitioning. So let me know, guys, if that's helped you at all. I know I was trying to clear up some things that I had some problems with. Basically, it's just you kind of just have to listen to it, listen to someone sing it and play it at the same time. I'm playing it as close to the soundtrack as I can think. I just learned it actually about 2 days ago. So let me know if I'm doing something wrong, if you guys have noticed something. But like I said, I recommend. I've watched the Guitartutee and how he plays it, and I've played it identical to him. But yeah, let me know. Please comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you guys with. Thank you for watching, and I'll hear back from you guys.